Hi, first graders. I hope you enjoyed watching the video about adjectives. Adjectives are such wonderful words, and we love using adjectives in our writing. Adjectives describe nouns, and when we use adjectives, it helps us to picture or to visualize what nouns look like. They also help us to picture and visualize what nouns feel like. They also help us to picture, visualize what they smell like or taste like or sound like. So adjectives are such great describing words to use in our writing because they add more detail. So today we are going to work on adding some great adjectives to our nouns to better describe our nouns. So over here on the right side, I have a list of nouns. I have a bear, I have a knife, I have fish, and ladder, and cake. We are going to think about what are some great adjectives that we can use to describe the nouns. So for the first one, let's think of some words that describe a bear. What does a bear look like? What does a bear feel like? What does a bear smell like? What does a bear sound like? There's so many great adjectives that we can use. You can tell me about the color of the bear. You can tell me about the size of the bear. Today, I'm going to tell you about how the bear feels. The bear is very hungry. So I have a hungry bear. Hungry is my adjective, and I used that to describe my noun, the bear. All right, let's think about another noun. I have the word knife. Think about an adjective that we can use to describe the knife. What does a knife look like? What does it feel like? What's the size of the knife? The adjective that I'm thinking about to describe a knife, when I think about the knife, I usually think about this adjective to describe it. It is a sharp knife. My adjective is sharp, and it's used to describe my noun, the knife. So I have a sharp knife. Okay, let's think about another noun. I have a fish. A fish. What does the fish look like? What does it feel like? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? What does it sound like? So many ways to describe the fish. I'm going to tell you that I have a small fish. Can you picture that? Can you visualize that? You can visualize a small fish. I described the fish, and you can picture that in your head. You have a better idea of what it looks like because I used an adjective. Next is ladder. Ladder is my noun. What does it look like? What does it feel like? Think about how I can describe a ladder so you can better picture or visualize it in your head. When I think about a ladder, I think that the ladder is tall, so I can climb up it. Can you picture that in your head? A tall ladder. That's a better way to describe what the ladder looks like. I used an adjective to help me with that, to describe my noun. Okay, my last word is cake. Oh, there's so many ways I can describe a cake. What does it look like? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? I'm going to tell you, when I think about cake, I think about one of my favorite flavors. I can describe the cake by telling you it's a chocolate cake. Can you picture that in your head? I can almost even smell it and taste it. As you can see, adjectives are such great, wonderful words that we can use in our writing. It helps us to create. It helps us to add words to our nouns so that we can picture them and we can visualize what the nouns look like or sound like or feel like or smell like or taste. I hope you had a great time learning about adjectives. On the next page, it's going to be your turn. You have to think of some adjectives to add to your nouns. We can't wait to see what adjectives you choose to describe your nouns. Have fun.